Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing what if Luffy was Shanks' son. So everything goes in canon, but by the time Luffy meets Shanks, Shanks tells Luffy that he is his father, but he trains Luffy, and he already has haki, but the guy comes and tries to disrespect Shanks, but Luffy I'm gonna say he hit him with a, well, he was about to get mad and hit him with hockey, but Shanks said don't do it. And when they left, everybody started laughing, and Luffy was like, why did you just let him spill that on you? Why didn't you fight back? And Shanks said, I forgot what it was, but he just said don't he just didn't want to fight back. He said, what's the point of causing a fight when there's no well, what's the point of causing a fight when you don't want to fight, basically. So yeah, and Luffy says, well, he still gets mad and he drinks with you, and he eats the devil fruit, and Shanks like, you idiot, you ate a devil fruit. And Luffy's like, what is a devil fruit? And he pulls him like by his shirt, and like his hands like go wobbly. I think that was before, or I got the storyline mixed, like it's weird, but yeah. And like he teaches Luffy gets kidnapped, and he just beats the guy up, so he doesn't get his hand cut off. And Shanks was surprised. He was like, no, Shanks, Luffy got mad, and I'm gonna say he used the hockey where you fall down to the ground, and I think it was Conqueror's hockey or something. He used that, and he was like, let me go, but a loud scream, and he screamed, and the guy fell down, and Luffy's hand turned black, and he said gum gum bazooka or something like that. No, gum gum pistol or something. Yeah, he just shoots a pistol at the guy, and the guy's knocked out. And Shanks surprised, and he's like, looks like that training really paid off. So yeah, and Shanks leaves, and Luffy says, can he go with him? And Shanks say no, you can't. It's gonna be too dangerous, son. I'm gonna say he didn't know that Shanks was his father, which was pretty obvious, but he was like, what do you mean by that? And Shanks left, and when Shanks left, Luffy realized what he meant, and he still got the hat from him, and he trains for a couple of years, and he gets a little bit powerful, and yeah, and he gets a little bit powerful, so, and he has all hockey already, so yeah. I'm sorry about those kids yelling outside, but he gets hockey, he gets Red Hawk, and yeah, and I'm making him really overpowered, so yeah. And he still ends up in the barrel, and Kobe's like, who are you? And Luffy's bounty's already about like 2 million berries. A 500,000 berries. So yeah, and yeah, so because they didn't know how powerful he really was. So yeah, and he says, and Kobe says that he wants to become a Marine, and yeah, he says he wants to become a Marine, and Luffy tells him like, you can't cry about it, that's not gonna do anything. Like, if you keep crying about it, that's not going to do anything. Results are gonna do anything. You like, if you just stay here on this boat and not do nothing, and like, you're acting like, he calls him a coward, and he's like, you like, if you want to become a Marine or a Marine captain, you need to be stronger, way stronger. You need to train every day, harder than you ever have in your entire life. So yeah, Kobe's gonna be way OP than before. So yeah, and the man and Luffy was eating the apples, and the man comes down, and I forgot her name. I haven't watched One Piece in a hot minute. So yeah, yeah, so Alvita or something like that, I forgot her name. She comes in, she says that, and she sees Luffy, and she's like, who are you on my ship, redhead? And Luffy gets mad at this, and he does a hockey and knocks all her men out, and he does like a half of his attack, and he hits Alvita or something like that. And she already had this move through whatever it was called, so she wasn't fat, and not fat, she was ugly. So yeah, she wasn't ugly. And Luffy used that shit, and he hit her, and she still goes flying. And he gets a boat, and Kobe tells him about an island where Zoro is, and Zoro is like way stronger than in Kenny. He's about 5% stronger than in Kenny. So yeah, he was really strong. So yeah, he. So I'm gonna do a One Piece AMV today. So he was really strong and stronger than Kennen, but him and Kobe go to an island, and Kobe's already training. He does like 10 sit-ups and 10, like he does 10 of every exercise, and Luffy's like, don't over exercise yourself. They get on the island and they go into a bar, and they ask where Zoro is, and they tell them what happened, and Luffy goes, and they see the little girl trying to give him some rice, and Zoro doesn't accept it because he will never turn down the challenge. And I'm like Zoro, but not exactly, kind of, but yeah, I sleep a lot, so and they come, and Luffy asks Zoro, and Luffy has a sword too. Luffy asks Zoro to come and be on his team, and Zoro says no, and Luffy does. He still says, "You're gonna join my crew. I'm gonna go get your swords." And yeah, and his sword, like, it was a hockey sword, but it wasn't Shank's sword. So yeah, he had two of them. So yeah, he gets his sword, and I'm going to say he makes his sword on accident. One of his swords, like, with Zoro's, and this is gonna make Zoro get like a power up boost, and it's gonna awaken his hockey and stuff. So yeah, but it's a side effect to the sword. Like you're gonna have a lot of scratches on you after you like awaken it. But Luffy had all his hockey, so it didn't bother him. But Luffy was like, oh my god, I mixed up the swords, and he cuts all his stuff, the things off, and the captain comes out, and he says he's about to beat he says, I'm gonna beat you, Luffy. But Luffy was surprised that Zoro was still alive, and he says, Zoro, how are you still alive? And Zoro says, how am I this powerful? I feel like I can do anything. And Luffy says, you can't. I'm way stronger than you. And I gave you some of my sword's power. And Zoro's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? I'm going to become the world's strongest by myself. I didn't want your power. And Luffy says, it's your power now. And Zoro's about to attack Luffy, and Luffy says, he goes into his form, and he raises his voice, and he's like, that's enough, but way deeper. And he's like, he took away he gets his sword out, and he took away some of Zoro's power, some of his power. And Luffy says, well, I took away my power. You happy now? And Zoro's like, yeah, but he really didn't. He just wanted Zoro to join his crew, and Zoro joins, and they leave the island. I'm gonna leave it off right here. Peace. I'm gonna do Asta What If, but peace.